Welcome to Bobby's Cryptid Corner, our weekly show every Tuesday, where we dive into the cryptid and creepy. Here you will find the ins, outs, past and present lore, and creepy history. This week's creep is Frau Perchta.
Yes. And we are going to implement the same thing we did last week, where it's just anytime we try to pronounce something and we fail, no matter what the word is, we will be taking a drink.
How do you pronounce Frau Perchta?
You said it. Frau.
Perfect.
Perchta.
All right. Well, I want to drink anyway. Cheers.
Yeah, cheers to that. I'm having a hot toddy, everybody.
Come to
for the season time. Which is just warm whiskey with lemon, hot water, and some honey. Oh, and some cinnamon. And some cinnamon.
I like to put a little NyQuil in there.
Yes.
Listen, my mom's really sick, and she went to the doctor, and she got promethazine, and I was like laughing, and she's like, "Why are you laughing?" I was like, "That's what the rappers put in their drink to get fucked up." She's like, "So you're saying I should drink the whole bottle?" I was like, "Shayna, if you want to take the greatest nap of your life and have some great dreams, 1,000% chug that bottle, ma'am. Chug it."
I want to drink scissor with your mom and listen to Swisher House.
Do it.
Wait, is it codeine?
No, it's literally
codeine.
It's literally promethazine. That's like that's like the name of it. Promethazine.
It's meth.
Meth.
No. Okay, well, scissor is with codeine.
Hey, who's Sir Lurks a lot? This guy's here.
It's Walt. It's Walt.
Sir Lurks is here. Jake is here.
Hey, Jakey.
Spooky, of course. Loyal Spooky. And
Jerry's
loyal
watching.
Enzo.
Jerry's dead.
And I think
Enzo's here.
hides in long grass, of course.
Other Spooky is here.
Vanessa's here. Chad Smith. Love Chad Smith.
Jerry's
and
watching.
Baked Green. And Michael.
Corey. Love you, Corey. That's Corey. Baked Green.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it used to say, that's my Corey. It used to say Corey on there, and then he got mad that everyone saw his name, so then he changed it to Baked Green, and so there he is.
Oh, and he said love you, and I said love you more. My bad.
I love you too.
Love you.
He's talking to me.
I
He watched me lose like $40 on a slot machine a few months ago.
I have a question. Who made that video?
Bree.
don't know.
Oh, good. It sucked.
Bree. Okay, we'll talk off the air.
I'm just kidding.
If it was anyone else, he was going to say it was great. He was going to be like, wow, it's the greatest video I've ever seen.
Months. I thought we were doing that for months.
No, listen, I was going to pay someone for it, but I don't have $2,000.
Yeah, I don't have $2,000.
For a video for Bobby's Cryptid Corner?
Yeah.
Please don't spend $2,000 on that.
Yeah, 2,000 for it was supposed to be 10 minutes long.
Yeah. And whatever you do, just don't give anybody access to any of your files.
Never, no.
Hell no.
I agree.
So many better things to spend $2,000
Corey is everybody's husband, the community husband.
People have.
1,000%.
Bobby's not in on the inside joke, so we'll.
He's not. We'll explain later.
Yeah.
It's because I'm never in the Discord.
Facts.
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 You've been trying. You've been making an effort, though.
You have tried.
It's not fucking personal, everybody. Can I just get that out on the table now?
2 efforts, you guys.
Yes. Our super secret Discord.
I'm
all friended up, and you guys are at the top of the roster.
Top of it.
The top.
You know what's really irritating? Every time my headphone or my AirPods start to fall, I try to put them back in my ears, and then it activates StreamYard to be like, testing your speakers on StreamYard.
Oh, that's funny.
Sounds like they're working, and I'm like, oh, shut the fuck up. Can't hear anything else besides have a great show.
Somebody, I don't know who it
is,
is, but somebody's got their audio is picking up background noise.
It's not me.
Is it me?
I can hear like a buzzing. There.
It doesn't happen, but Jamie's does, yeah.
It's Jamie.
It's me. It's because it was close to my computer.
All right.
My computer's just old and loud.
It's your fan.
Yeah, on my computer.
Yeah.
Can you still hear it?
Not your only fan.
That's fine.
Your fan.
You can hear it?
Is that better?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
I'm going to turn my fan off.
Mic check, mic check. Chad, that's why you're here in the chat. So you always let us know. Oh, this is so cute. And so
Danielle's here.
Jamie's biggest fan, exactly.
Danielle is here.
Hey, Danielle, darling.
Wow.
Do we know
All right,
Danielle
Bree.
in real life?
Yeah, that's
I do.
Tony's wife.
He knows a whole lot of her, if you know what I'm saying.
All right.
He knows every inch of her.
He knows a lot of her.
Okay.
God.
Fuck, I got StreamYard again.
Frau Perchta.
Frau is like Mrs. in
German.
Yeah, it's
Gaelic.
German.
Gaelic.
It's not.
German.
It's
Which
German.
is Gaelic.
It's kind of an old school
No, that's Irish.
term.
That's Irish.
Yeah, well, no, that's Irish.
I just wanted you guys to see. So specifically, we are her army of aborted children. We'll get into that later in the episode, but that's
Oh God, we're
what we
Casey
are.
Anthony's kids.
Okay.
a little bit.
Okay.
Oh my God, stop.
There's
Whoa.
only one kid.
Whoa, Bree. You giving
is
us
this?
Wikipedia?
That was late.
interesting.
Always fucking reliable.
Right back to what I said like a month ago about the first Wikipedia article is where we get all our information.
All of it.
That
Just
wasn't.
Wikipedia.
That was about other Christmas Yule, you dick.
She's researching other things.
I'm getting ahead of the game.
She's
Yeah.
researching
Jane.
mistletoe. Everybody. Don't
Ooh,
go back.
why does it keep doing that?
Is that the second page? Or just close it, yeah. No, it keeps going back to it.
This is so
Mayday,
unprofessional.
Mayday, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Let's try again.
Oh, wait.
Okay, wait, I gotta do
I feel like, we can't all be winners, right, Jamie?
Cannot help you winners.
Hold on.
She just aborted herself. She was like, I'm done. I'm leaving. I can't push the buttons right. Listen,
Oh my God, that is a self-fulfilling prophecy.
It really is.
Right there.
Caitlin, look how cute we are.
We do look great. We got the little German flag,
Oh my God,
the little
Aaron.
Denmark flag.
Aaron, I'll make you a moderator. I got you. Don't worry. Be a big mod
No one
fan.
can be a moderator.
Everyone gets it taken away.
Okay, here we go, you guys. Yes! Okay.
There we go. Take it, Bobby.
Perchta was originally spoken of in the Old High German in the 10th century as Frau Perchta, and thought to be a white-robed goddess who oversaw spinning and weaving like the myths of Hulda. He believed she was the feminine equivalent to Berchtold, and was sometimes the leader of the wild hunt. Are we about to roll 12-sided die here? What's going on?
1000%. We'll get more into the wild hunt later, too.
We're playing D&D.
I'm a night elf. Although some disagree about her origins and suggest that Perchta represents the personification of the feast of the Epiphany, also known as Perchta's Day, and is therefore not pre-Christian.
Rude.
Epiphany is also
Interesting.
known as the Theophany in Eastern Christian traditions. I totally pronounced that correctly.
I was gonna say, I think twice now that they've given you the button and you've actually said it right.
Said it right, yeah.
This is the Christian feast day that
just
celebrates
him.
the revelation of God and incarnated as Jesus Christ. This is also the Epiphany is when technically the wise man, we celebrate when the wise men finally arrive on their camels or whatnot after they follow the UFO.
Bunch
that
of wise
Giorgio
guys.
Tsoukalos told me about.
Exactly, because Jesus
And,
was an alien.
The Epiphany was always the day my mom's like, you can't take down the Christmas tree until the Epiphany. And then
Really? Your mom said that?
you got to leave it up until the Epiphany.
I just want to say, when I was researching this, I didn't think that it was said Epiphany, and I had to like find the phonetic version of it because I was like, it's not Epiphany because Epiphany is an epiphany. And then I looked it up, and I was like, oh, same word.
It's
Same.
the like secular. The secular connotation of that is probably fairly like roots in.
It's the same.
this.
I've had an epiphany.
I've had an epiphany.
This is the life-changing moment, my dears.
My dears.
Yeah.
Perchta.
Perchta, and perched. Perched.
Something was said wrong.
Bree, I need you to take this one.
I'm gonna take probably the next couple.
Okay.
Her many names mean the bright one, taken from Old High German.
Oh,
Berhat
jammed off the white.
and brats. That was a drink for sure. And is probably related to the name Birchentag, which
All right, let me
means the feast of the Epiphany.
This already feels like Christianity trying to co-opt pagan.
Those white babes,
Yeah.
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 I know. I'm just doing a little teaser here. Just roll with me.
Just a little foreshadowing.
That's it. All right. That's all I'm going to say.
We'll tease all day. Tease all day.
We're not going to get the lube out yet.
Did I do that right? Oh my
Oh
god.
my god.
Oh my god, it's another Wikipedia article,
You
everybody.
guys, hold on. Let me make sure I don't even have it up. Why is it doing that?
Just keep
so fucking
defaulting
weird.
to it.
I'm sorry. I don't know what's wrong.
We definitely
Life.
research everything extremely
We're hemorrhaging
deep.
listeners right now.
On Birchentag,
Danielle, don't go anywhere.
6th, women would cook a special porridge called Perchenmilch. They would leave a bowl outside for Perchta and her followers, and if she liked it, the family would receive blessings through the year.
It's very paganistic.
Good soup.
Leave your offerings for
Only
me.
the TikTokers would know good soup.
Good soup.
I tried to look up a Perchta milch recipe, and
Perchta
all I'm seeing is punchiki, which is a custard-filled cream donut.
It is going to be later referenced in one of these slides, but it's basically like fish. There's like fish parts. It sounds nasty.
It's something you'd feed an old Christmas witch.
I was like, well, again, they were poor and didn't have a lot back then. You have to remember that they were using every resource they had.
Yeah, that's where porridge comes from.
Mm-hmm.
Poor.
Porridge.
Fucking poor.
And it's going to be
the
heated
bourgeois
and
does not
reheated.
eat porridge.
I mean, think about that. Ugh. It's like you think of a split pea soup or like the old porridge, you know? They put that shit over the fire, heat it up, feed everybody, and then they'd push it back.
I got to say,
You just
while we're
did
talking
that.
about food, I do love like a nice rich person's flank of meat.
Oh, same.
Nice.
No. Oh, I love rich meat.
Rich people food is great.
I
Don't get me
love
wrong,
rich
but
person's meat.
I love rich man
traditionally
meat.
poor food. You know, you got barbecue, you got even pizza came from like when you were out of shit.
You know,
to make.
lobster used to be poor people food, now it's rich people food. It used to be the cockroach of the ocean, and look at it now.
It's all branding, baby.
It literally it was a branding campaign, 100%.
Lobsters to prisoners, and now
Yep.
it's like them bitches are like $23 a pound.
Can you imagine being a prisoner and getting a butter?
I don't know if you get the butter
No,
lemon
for
sauce,
sure.
Okay.
I don't know if
Come
you get
on.
that.
but it's still good. It's still lobster's lobster.
They probably gave them lemons so they didn't get what's
Scurvy.
the weird disease?
A yeast
if you don't have
infection?
vitamin
Scurvy.
C?
No, that's
Scurvy, not a yeast infection.
cranberry spray.
Tinnitus.
No.
Scurvy. Scurvy is the correct
Go to the
answer.
next slide.
Herpes syphilitis. So, in the 6th century in Bavaria, the Catholic Church began to say that people were worshiping Domina Perchta instead of the Virgin Mary. So this is like they seeded this along. It took a long time to do this. So first they're like at the pulpit, telling everyone on the Sundays like they're out there celebrating this evil person or whatever instead of like worshiping the Virgin Mary, which of course to Catholics. That would fall under worshiping a false idol, right? One of the 10 commandments. If it's not God or whatever, then you're worshiping a false idol. And so then by the 12th century in Bavaria, the church successfully was able to rebrand Perchta as Perchta. And this new Perchta figure was the one that was the evil crone, the like monster baby killing Belly-Slitter, whatever they call it. So then by 1468 the church had officially banned what they were calling the cult of Perchta.
Yeah, it became like its own religion basically, and had its own followers.
So well, it's like they made it. I mean, okay, so like the pagan people had been worshiping this person for a while, but it wasn't until the church was like, this ain't good. Then they said the cult of Perchta, where before it was just one of the many deities and things that just like are a part of nature, are a part of the cycles. They turned it into making it seem like it was a cult kind of thing. And so they banned people from doing those soup offerings or any other offerings that they had for Perchta throughout the season.
You can't give this pagan god any more soup.
I was like, how dare you?
I know.
In the name of the Father, the Son, the
So
Holy
you're
Spirit.
damning them to a horrible year.
Soap. No soup.
No soup.
No soup for you, Perchta. Damn, what a smoke show.
Right? Okay, so in some descriptions, Perchta has two forms. She may appear beautiful and white as snow like her name. She comes during the 12 nights. The 12 nights and festivals to bring luck and wealth to the people. This is the beautiful version of her. So you see this beautiful version of her if you're a lucky one.
Right.
This is one of those like hopium folklores where it's like, the snowy-haired lady's going to visit us, and we're going to be rich and healthy next year.
In the Germanic pagan tradition, Perchta, so this is how she started, was that lovely kind of love and light person. She was the goddess of the in-between worlds. She was associated with birch trees. Could be where Perchta came from, and also it's something to think about because all of like Krampus and even Hans Trop that we did, they all seem to have birch sticks. Right? When they're like in their backpack or like when they're like slapping the kids around that they beat people with, it's always birch sticks. So she was associated with birch trees and watching over the forest and the animals that all lived in there in general. So she was kind of like a forest goddess, you know what I mean?
Protector of the forest.
Yeah, but she was known to be the spirit guide that would lead the dead into the afterlife.
How kind of her.
She cared for the Hemchen.
Those who died.
Henchmen.
That's a drink.
Drink.
Those who died in infancy. And because she was associated with this time of the year, it was also like signifying when spring would eventually come. So she's like that person that's the in-between.
I get you.
So she was really lovely until,
Until she wasn't.
Until the religious people got a hold of her.
Until the demonization.
Yep. It was necessary.
So when she's described as a witch, she had a beaked nose made of iron, dressed in rags, perhaps carrying a cane, and generally resembled a decrepit old crone, but with fangs, tusks, and a horse tail.
Are we sure Kanye West didn't come up with this description?
No, like seriously.
Okay.
This is like the same as
relevant.
The last one we did last week.
Gryla.
Yeah,
Gryla. Described the same way.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of Christmas witches. It seems like. I just go on a tangent real quick. All the I always jokingly consider Halloween as like goth Christmas, but if you dig deep enough and you listen to the Tadiwaba multiverse and Bobby's Cryptid Corner,
Christmas is so dark.
There's a way to celebrate Christmas in a fun, spooky way.
Exactly.
Yes.
I mean, there's a lot of really creepy, supernatural, macabre figures in this holiday. It's not all
we just don't celebrate them here in the
little
States.
drummer boys and Santa Claus and Jesus Christ.
It's not all capitalism, love.
It's all witches
and I'm fully
goblins.
on board for totally changing my holiday spirit up.
I love it, baby.
I've been very inspired through this to represent different parts of the world in the traditions.
Unfortunately, because the Germans have all the scary Halloween.
Oh my god!
Big Willie's here, by the way.
Cryptids.
Hey, Big Willie.
Next year, we have no idea what we're going to talk about.
We don't.
No, we're saving them. Jamie and I had this conversation.
We did talk about it earlier today. We're going to do Santa Claus. We're going to do Santa Claus soon.
I have a lot.
Who?
Santa. Saint Nick.
You guys, I don't know what is happening. Like, I feel like I'm being taken over. Hold on a second, will you?
Yeah.
There's something very wrong here. because I don't have any other.
We've never had this problem before. This is like a new problem.
This is a new one.
This
Angel
is a
Wings is
weird
Angel
here.
Wings.
Hello.
Yeah, let's talk to the people.
Ooh, Enzo, you're being so sneaky. Yes, there are 100% golden probe shirts have popped up in the Toddy Wabba merch store. We were going to talk about that tomorrow. But they are indeed there. There's lots of things on the website if you poke around.
So when you're wearing your golden probe shirts to like a Cold Stone Creamery or a Ross Dress for Less, and someone's like, "What does that mean?" You can tell them you need to go on YouTube.
You need to go on YouTube.
Find what
You
I'm talking about
guys.
here.
Yes,
Trust
ma'am.
me.
It. Oh my god! It created multiple pages of it.
I don't know what that means.
Like, you know that pop-up page that kept coming up?
I got you,
It just
Aaron.
popped up like 5 times, like 5 different tabs
I
of the
gotcha.
same
The
thing.
Wikipedia page?
Yeah. Now there's
Gotcha.
5 of them.
But you have an Apple. You shouldn't have this issue.
Okay, wait. I think hold on. Wait. It's gonna happen again, you guys. So just hang tight. We're gonna try to get through this, okay? You and I.
You
Perchta may also go by
You
Perchta.
done fucked that up.
I did not.
God damn it.
Perchta and Barta. So she has many names, but a
So
woodcut
many.
from 1750 describes her as Butzenbarch, with the word Butzen, which stems from boogeyman. She's also referred to that in a classic 19th century German children's song and game, and that is Es tanzen viva Butzmann,
Oh, God, just drink.
meaning a boogeyman is dancing.
Oh, great.
I just
Well,
thought that would.
I'll
be
drink for
funny
the
to hit
dancing boogeyman.
It was a great picture. I love that.
That is good. We have really good visuals on this episode.
Thanks,
They're-
Google.
Yeah,
Thanks,
thank
Googly.
you.
All right.
Thanks.
Take it, Bobby.
In many old descriptions, Perchta had one large foot, sometimes called a goose foot or a swan foot or a fucking mallard foot or. It said that strange. This is starting to turn me on. It said the strange foot symbolized her being a higher being who could shapeshift to animal form.
It makes sense.
Can I just say,
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
like, I think about this all the time. Like, you think about what people are into nowadays, and we have like, I'm not talking about like sexually or whatever, but maybe. But we have so much shit to like gravitate towards or be interested in. There's people that are into Doctor Who. There's people that are into, ballet.
Breeding.
There's people that are into
Breeding, yes.
feet.
Braiding.
There's just a lot of things
Oh,
out there
breeding.
that are accessible for everyone on the planet to create a fandom around. Fucking Stargate, you know. Back then,
Tony's
it was
like-
literally like you had to be really into your religion, your folklore, or staring at the stars, and that's it. That's all you had. You had religion, folklore, or stars, and all of those intertwined too together a lot of
Yeah.
times. Or you could just spend your life like learning a trade. But like with all that said, it makes sense that they're like, yeah, you know, a big foot. Let's throw a big foot in there.
Well, no, it's
Fuck it.
interesting because if you think about it, usually back in the
Bigfoot.
day, if you had some type of deformity, it was like you were seen as the devil or bad or negative. So it's interesting that there was a period in time where it was the exact opposite of that. You were considered holy, like, oh, this must be something special going on here if this is what's going on.
Yeah, it's like those kids in like I think it's like India or Pakistan or one of those
Mm-hmm.
countries where like when they're born with tails, they're like, oh, this person's
This is like a holy being, yes.
yes.
It could also just be how she's depicted. Like maybe she didn't actually have like a big ass foot. It's just like they're showing almost like a pictograph. Like it's imagery. It's a symbol. The big foot.
Ooh.
This is not the
Masculine
big foot.
energy.
No.
Masculine.
Maybe she like stubbed her toe or got stepped on by a
Very
horse
swollen
and
foot.
had like a swollen foot. Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah.
thing.
Swollen,
Bang, bang.
swollen foot, swollen.
Swan, swollen. Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
We're linguists now.
In the folklore of
Bavaria.
Bavaria.
Hey,
Fuck
it's
up, say
Bavaria.
Wow, there you
The
go.
easiest word to
Drink. And Austria, Perchta was said to roam the countryside midwinter, looking to enter homes during the 12 days between Christmas and Epiphany, especially on the 12th night. That's usually the night she judged.
Tomas.
Listen, I can't fucking read. We've talked about
She's
this.
like Perchta. It's okay. I kept saying Gryla, and it was
Perchta.
No, yesterday I kept saying Gryola instead of Gryla.
I'm Kim
like
Perchta, and I fucked your man.
Wow. Are we sure?
Everybody knows that if you put a word in Google, you can make the Google say the word.
Make the Google.
Oh, phonetically?
Yeah, so that you can say it so that you don't fuck up Bavaria.
Whatever. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, everyone who's better at reading than I am.
Bavaria.
Just like Santa, she would throw...
Okay. All right, that was great, Bree.
She would throw children. Just like Santa, she'd throw children who misbehaved. Just like Santa, she would know whether children have been behaved and worked hard all year. If they had, they might find a small silver coin the next day in a shoe or a pail. I like it better to be like throws them around. I'd like to stick with that.
Throwing the kids.
Okay, so before you read this, I just want you to look. Last time y'all got mad at me, or the chat did at least, about the baby being gutted open, so I went soft for you guys on this one.
Tony,
everyone got so mad.
Yeah, okay. So if the children were bad, she would, Jesus Christ, slit their bellies open and remove their stomach or guts. She would then stuff the hole full of straw and pickles.
Stuff the whole tummy.
Why not? So this is clearly a punishment that is deserving of being a naughty fucking child.
I was like, I think it's so aggressive to be like, I'm gonna rip out your insides and then just like stuff you back with rocks and straw.
You know
like
what?
That's logical.
Would you say that kids behave nowadays? I would.
It's the most German thing you could ever fucking do.
Very German, I agree.
I mean, I like it so far. It sounds
I do too.
So let me say that if the children...
We will turn your eyes blue.
She would slit their bellies open, remove their stomachs, and stuff them full of the pebbles.
Jesus stage Christ.
Of the pebbles.
Bavaria was more acceptable than that German accent.
Of the pebbles.
Yeah, much. Red pill.
Red pilled. Okay, reasons for being naughty.
Ooh.
Say that again, please.
Girls who had spun the whole of their allotted portion of flax or wool during the year.
Rude.
How is that a thing?
Laziness. Because child labor. Work. Laziness in
back.
children. Or if they ate something on the night of their feast day other than the traditional meal of fish and gruel, which is
Fish.
Perchta milch.
We talked about earlier, yeah.
Yeah.
Fish and gruel is something you look forward to then.
I just love fish and gruel.
I mean,
So
I've been to
good.
Red
Girl.
Lobster.
Sounds like
good.
fish
Not
and
that bad.
girl.
That's close.
You love fish and girl.
You know, Tony, you're from the Midwest.
Fishy
You guys
girls.
love Red Lobster out there.
Okay, first of all, I lived 10 years on
Woo!
the
Good
fucking
morning, ladies.
Eastern Coast.
Yeah, but I'm just saying people in the Midwest love Red Lobster.
Good morning, ladies.
They think that's like seafood.
If your house is messy, which I find interesting because this actually led to like so many people making sure that their houses weren't messy
I love
the
that.
day of Christmas. I love that. That's so cool. Or lying children. So these kids did not clean up. See this? What is this shit? So they're gone.
Gone.
Yeah, gone.
Bye.
Done.
What is the
Bye.
accepted negative reinforcement for children nowadays? I don't know. And how many kids? Like,
Do you take away their iPad?
Is that it?
Yeah, it's pretty much it.
Yeah.
fucking
You're not even allowed to
boo-boo.
hit them anymore.
No,
To
you
threaten them
can't.
with violence? Could you imagine? You can't even hit them.
I'm
You
not saying
shouldn't
hit
threaten them with
children.
violence.
I don't think you should hit them, but I think you should be able to be like, "Hey, a Christmas witch is gonna gut you open."
Listen. Here's the
I
deal.
agree with
Listen,
that.
here's
I
the deal.
agree with
I
that.
think that
You
at one
can
time
lie
in
to
your
them.
life, your parent should make you afraid of Jesus and to beat the living shit out of you. And so then you know
not
to never do anything bad again. My Uncle Mike beat the shit out of all of us once when we did something bad. And then after that, anytime we did something wrong, he would just look at us and we would just profusely apologize because we never, ever again wanted to deal with that.
Well, this
I know,
episode
but
just
if
got
you think
super
about
dark.
it,
I'm just saying.
Childhood trauma is what this show fucking lives on.
Yeah, childhood
but-
trauma is what's rooted
but-
in.
And laughing
Listen,
about it.
Exactly.
Jamie, if we were to reflect on that story, it obviously
We were to
didn't do you
reflect.
any good.
No, that's not true. I've never been
You're
We have
arrested.
nothing to
a
compare it to.
bad kid.
But no, that's not true. I've never really been in trouble. I never did
Yeah,
anything
with
bad.
the law, but
That's what I'm
not,
saying.
Like in
You never got
life.
caught.
I never got caught.
You're a shyster.
Tommy,
Thank you,
I'm with
Tommy.
you. I'm with
Thank you.
Tommy,
Thank
too.
you for supporting these degenerates.
I'm not a degenerate.
want-
I'm
we
saying
don't
we
want
should
anything
fight
soft.
degeneracy with
Yeah.
lies about
Degeneracy.
Christmas witches.
No, I'm into that. Bring it back.
Yeah.
Where'd the
I'm
fan
not going to
sound
be
go? It's
you,
gone
but in the
now.
middle of the night, this other wench is.
Yeah. Imagine coming home and your kid has taken a Sharpie to the wall that
There's
you
a YouTube
paid
pest
for.
symbol.
He doesn't
It
get any
just-
fish and gruel.
That's why I don't have children.
Girl.
You know what's great is none of us have children. This whole lot of us. Not one of us,
Yeah.
not a child
Yeah.
bared
Not
between
yet.
any of
Why
us.
we
You just
can
wait.
be pushing 40 years old
I'll be like
wish-
this
talking
far
about
away
Christmas
from the
witches
table.
on a Tuesday
Don't
night.
wish us that on
We-
any of us.
We are not the people to take advice from.
We're
No.
definitely not. All right.
I could definitely
so,
give my
next,
2
next.
cents without the corruption of the own love of my child, just based on observation of other people and how they handle their
Mommy
children.
wrote this. Aw.
That's funny.
Spooky.
Best
Wow.
UFO show.
Invisible Night School.
You're
Yeah.
out of your fucking mind, Kari. You can fuck off with that.
Kari's a spy for them.
Kari's on some
She's
shit.
paid by them.
Ari's deep state as fuck.
Deep
Deep
state.
state as fuck.
Fuck. All right, give us the
Deep
next
state
one, Marie.
Whoa.
Okay. So I just wanted to dive a little bit into the Norse mythology since this is like popping up again with the wild hunt. So the wild hunt, obviously everything varies, but it's often associated with Odin, who was the god of the dead, who has a million different names, but 2 of them were particularly associated with the Yule, the holiday Yuletide. And so either way, Odin, Yule, that the wild hunt, it all intertwines.
Mjolnir and Mjolnir.
Than't you. I wasn't even going to try to say that.
Yeah, everybody can drink. 'cause
yeah.
I had to pronounce that.
So during the harsh winter season, an army would storm through the forest on the coldest and darkest day of the year. And anyone who was outside, if they caught the eye of them, would be swept up. And most likely, if they're lucky to be dropped, it wouldn't be like for miles and miles where they were even taken up from. So they would just done. And so it was kind of a time of year where it would be like a ghost army almost of like gremlins and shit like that would come through the town. So don't go outside. They would sometimes go through the town, enter in homes, cause chaos. They would be like stealing your food and your drink and like fucking shit up. So this whole situation, though, the wild hunt is known in various different descriptions, but it's all basically the same. It is a leader and almost like their minion, their armies, and they're just out almost like to seek some type of revenge, just wreaking havoc on the town.
Like The Witcher.
Yes.
Yes. And this is in The Witcher.
Yes.
Right.
The wild
Except
hunt.
they don't.
Hey, you guys.
That's why I'm referencing.
You guys.
Yes.
Aaron just donated $200 to us.
Shut the front door.
Why?
No, to our Buy Me
Why?
a Coffee.
Why would you do
What?
that?
Thank you so much, Aaron. That's like really sweet. Like seriously, thank you. I appreciate you so much. I've had
For
drinks.
real?
I've had drinks with Aaron. Aaron doesn't live that far from you, Bree. He's like in the Bay Area.
Aaron.
Mm-hmm.
you don't live far from me. Oh shit, let's go to dinner, boo.
Let's go. I told you I went out for
Thank
drinks with
you.
him and
I
Jeremy.
I
We
thought that
love
was
Aaron.
Wow.
great.
Thank you so much.
Wow.
We appreciate
We're
you.
halfway to our plane tickets to the Netherlands.
To the Netherlands. Beautiful.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
That's really cool.
Thanks, buddy.
Thanks, pal. I appreciate it.
It's hard to get back on track now. Damn.
That
Well,
just
we
made our
just
Witcher is
Christmas.
a great show. Thank you for mentioning that, Bobby. Y'all should go watch that shit. I loved The Witcher.
I played the game. I
good
never
show.
watched the show.
Oh, I liked the show. But anyway, in Germany, the leader was often Perchta. So it'd be Perchta and her Perchten.
Yeah.
Jamie?
And if you want to like really, just never mind. I was just wanted to say fuck. We're good.
Okay. So, Frau Perchta, in the Legend of the Wild Hunt, it says that she flies through the night sky attended by an army of lost souls, including the demonic-looking Petrons, which are her army of servants who are visibly nearly indistinguishable from Krampus. Looks just like Krampus.
Perchten.
Also, among her army of the night are the souls of her unbaptized children.
What if he was drunk and he meant to put $20 in?
So I know, right? He's gonna be
Right?
like,
He's like,
refund,
oh shit.
please.
Can you
So
send
Let
it
us
back?
know. You can be honest.
The souls of the unbaptized children falls back into the Niam Has. What was that
Drink.
called?
Fucking drink. I don't know what the
Called
fuck
the
you're trying to say.
That's for Aaron. Thank you.
When we were first learning about how when she was just Berchta, how she was seen in Bavaria, she was looking after the Nim chaps,
Yep.
whatever.
Just go ahead and drink to
And
that as well.
those were the children that died in infancy, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that was because they were unbaptized children.
Yes.
So this is saying that she would be seen with them. They would be a part of her wild hunt army. These Nimchen, the children that died in infancy that were not baptized. Because they didn't get to live.
Mm-hmm.
Wild.
How does
Why
it
does
say
she
the
look like
word?
an
Where
alien?
is the word? Point
I
me
don't
to
know.
the
She
word.
just does, and I thought it was a vibe.
No. What are you
Ooh.
doing?
But you want to find
the
a word.
for the children. What's the
I'm
word?
finding it here. Hemchin.
Henchman.
No.
Hemchin.
Hemchin. Those who
Sounds
died
cool.
in infancy.
It's
Sounds Japanese.
Sounds like
pronounced
henchman.
as an H. It's Aimchen.
Oh,
Sure,
I'm
whatever.
Chen.
I would wear any of these costumes. Yes, any of them. You should see what I
Why
have
does
coming
it
for the
look
Golden
like a-
Probes.
You guys strike me as people that go to Renaissance festivals. Is that
1,000% every year for my birthday. If I don't go, I literally throw a fit. Every year for my birthday, I go.
Right. Does Corey dress up?
Yes, 100%. I had made him buy a shirt,
What a dork.
and I dress up as well. I have a full corset and everything. It's like I'm so serious about
Yeah,
it.
I have a green tunic like Link.
See, I have my own mug. I have everything. It's not a joke. I'm very serious about the Renaissance Fair. I went to one in my early 20s, and I fell in love, and I've been going ever since.
How
Alright.
weird is it that like all the Germanic cultures have all these demonic things for Christmas?
Because
And then they turn into Nazis.
I was like,
Wow.
Well,
it's because of the way the religion took over the area and demonized so many things.
I forgot that we're trying not to be woke, Tony. I'm sorry.
No, it's
Sorry.
okay to make fun of Nazis in Germany.
It is okay to make fun
Speak
of
for
Nazis.
yourself.
That's fine.
Totally
All right, Kanye.
okay, Volkswagen.
All right, give me the next one.
oh my God, I'm joking. Jesus Christ.
I have a good Volkswagen joke for you guys later.
I don't want to hear it.
Oh, I don't want
I can tell it.
I already know where that's going. Kanye.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
Why?
Her two
doing
sides. Her two sides.
Guys, it's all pro
Two
wrestling.
sides.
That's all I have to say.
Yeah.
The news is
Okay.
all pro wrestling.
It's all fake.
Yeah, hot news.
So this is kind of like the dichotomy with Germans, right? You have the really beautiful German blonde woman who is.
Oh God.
Shut up! Shut the fuck up!
Okay, Tone.
But this is like the
You like the Aryan broads, do you?
no. But this is
Tony's into the
quit.
masquerade.
So quit. You have
Not my
Jews on the
people.
stream.
Not my people.
But at
Jews
the
in the
same
stream,
time,
Jesus.
you have like the German men who are just bad.
Pissing me off.
I was like, this is giving me like Beauty and the Beast vibes.
Right?
Yes,
'cause
thank
that's
you.
where
I
that
thought that
story-
earlier.
It's like Beauty and the Beast.
Well,
That's
that was
the
a
one where
French
that lady
story.
fucked that animal guy.
Yeah, but then he turned into a human because of her love.
But
It
when-
sounds like
Yeah.
a really good porno plot, to be honest.
Low
That should
key.
be the aliens right there.
No,
Free.
no,
No.
that doesn't sound like a good porno
No,
plot at
that's
all.
not a
Actually,
good plot
Bree.
at all.
You
Sounds
fucking,
amazing.
you fucking California degenerates and your bestiality porn.
She would love Bigfoot porn.
Oh my
She
god.
would.
She would.
I love me a good skunk ape.
Are you shitting me right now?
I like big man. Big hairy
He
man.
smells like Tallahassee.
Yeah.
Come here, big boy.
Jesus. Bree says that until it's in 4K.
Exactly.
Smell that foul odor from here. The 10 cans of bounce that ass.
Can we talk about though seriously how like women are portrayed in ancient
Germany?
paintings and
It's just
Germany
lovely
as
blonde girls.
clean,
Annoying.
like clean.
Oh, she
Just
had nice
clean
titties, though. I'm
to
not gonna
begin
lie.
with.
Well, yeah, I mean, you don't want to draw like dirty ladies.
Dirty
Well, maybe
women
you do.
with armpit
That's
hair
right.
and hairy legs and
Joe, we all do. We're gonna have to dive into it because all of these things all have somewhat of a grim tide.
I was like, yeah, Grimm kind of shapes the idea of what we think about this character now because he was the most famous person who like wrote about her and researched her. So
Even
our
though it's
idea,
later,
it was later. Yeah, but it was later. But it's our present understanding of her was very much so shaped by Grimm's ideas.
I have
Greetings, Virginia.
I have the entire Brothers Grimm story work. I have all of it.
Yeah.
Every single
vibes.
story, all of it.
Read it to us.
Is that Khaleesi or what?
Right?
Give us an extra Brie.
All right, Parchin.
Look at these
Laughing.
cheery rascals.
Go ahead and fucking drink.
This is a folk custom in Tyrol region of Central Europe, which is the western and southeastern Austria. So this is like their festival. There would be two groups of locals and they would fight, but it's not really fighting, but they would fight each other with these wooden canes and sticks while they're masked. One is the beautiful and one is the ugly perched. So like and the first slides that we saw the beautiful one and then we saw the ugly one. So there's like the two different names. And that is again signifying like the good version of her and the bad version of her. This is
Because
like how they got down.
We automatically associate with the unattractive person as the bad person.
Jesus
So
Always.
can we
Christ.
talk about how we're identifying?
Folklore is so shallow.
It really is.
It really is. It's just super shallow.
Debbie
Ugly people are bad. Beautiful people are.
We don't want to paint unattractive people.
We really don't.
Which is so funny because most often I feel like movies do this too. They portray like the really pretty girl is usually an asshole. And it's
Yeah.
usually like
No.
the not as attractive, like goofy girl that ends up being like the really beautiful and soul person. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
but-
she's all that.
Yeah, but she's
Right.
actually really
Right.
hot, but they just dress her up to look like a fucking nerd for the first 2
Yeah,
acts.
and then they
Yeah.
throw
The
some makeup and
movie.
some heels on her, and they're like, "Oh my
Yeah.
god, she's
Now,
beautiful."
I gotta tell you guys something. I'm gonna confession time for a minute. Slight
Okay.
tangent. I love a good makeover show.
Oh,
whether it be,
okay.
Maury
like
Povich,
the British one,
Jenny Jones. I like What Not to
Jenny
Wear.
Jones.
When they take
Yeah.
just like
Like
Judge-
anyone, and they
judge
just
people
yeah,
from like Middle America and make them beautiful.
Like when they take them off the streets.
yeah.
And then they
amazing.
ask people
Yeah.
on the street, like, what do you think of this? And it's like they do
You
like
learn
a
so
thing
much
and then
about
right through it.
fashion. Anyway, I just
Yeah.
want to say,
Is
Well,
that all you
that's-
had?
So
Yeah, I just
to
like
make
makeovers,
this-
like before and afters.
To make this super
Let's talk about
relevant with what happened recently, Christy Alley, she's
Okay.
from Kansas.
Mhm.
And
Can't believe
she
she's
was
dead, though.
super hot. She had no acting credentials or anything else, and she ended up on Cheers, and that's where she
Christy
actually,
Alley was hot. Where
Back then,
Hold
yeah.
on. I need to look her up because I think I'm thinking of the
First
wrong
of all-
person.
Maybe you're thinking of the
Free.
wrong person, but back then when she was on Cheers, yeah, she was hot.
You're thinking
Yeah.
of Rodney Dangerfield. Brent.
No,
Oh
first of all,
no,
Bree-
I am thinking of her. Okay, see,
Okay, first of
Yeah.
all, if you
Look
call
who's
her
No, it's
talking.
the
ugly,
wrong-
I will
it's-
fly
it's
to
the wrong
fucking
one.
California.
Look who's talking
it's the wrong
to.
one.
Cheers.
It's the wrong one I was
She's
thinking.
Look
got
who's
the
talking now.
eyebrows.
It's the one where the dogs talk.
That is.
Me?
What are we talking about? A
You're right.
Christmas witch here? What's going on?
This is who I thought you were talking about. Hold on, wait.
Never
I clicked
miss a
and I was
moment.
like, this one?
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a horrible picture.
It's a horrible picture of
I
her, but yes, that's her.
know.
Yeah, she died on Monday.
That's fucked
Rest
up.
in
Do you guys
peace.
know how she died? Oh, wait.
Wrath
Oh,
of
Do you
God.
guys
God.
see
Cancer. Yeah,
Did you
way to
guys
be a
see-
dick.
the headline of that?
Lieutenant
No.
Savick.
Ass hats and anal sex during chaotic Twitter rampage.
Oh, fun.
What the fuck are you talking about?
This show is my
Christy
break from
Alley.
Twitter.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
All right.
Well-
So, how did she die, though?
Cancer.
I don't know. I think, oh yeah,
She
cancer.
died of cancer. And she was super hot. It just like Michelle Pfeiffer was really hot in Batman Returns. Can we
She's not
just
hot anymore.
fuck off
Oh.
somewhere
Dude,
else?
Michelle Pfeiffer's still a total smoke show.
Yo,
Would totally,
Catwoman?
100%.
Oh my god, I have the weirdest kinks because of Batman Returns.
Absolutely. Put a love
Especially
bird.
Danny DeVito in that movie. It's the
Wear
greatest Christmas movie ever
leather.
made.
Wear leather. Wear a top hat. Put a lovebird in your mouth.
Yeah.
We're done.
Fuse your
Okay,
fingers together into
Tony.
flippers. Put a little black latex on
Flipper
it.
thing. I think it
Alright.
was.
And it's
I'm
just
All right,
Liking
back on track.
it.
Back on track.
Back on track.
All right. So, I said this.
Yeah.
yeah, Runaway. Fuck yeah, Gene Simmons.
Yeah, this is real. This is a real painting too. Straya. Styria.
Austria.
Austria.
What the fuck?
Drink.
No, it's Istria. Southeastern Austria. All of the Perchta were played by women. They would blacken their faces, racist,
Mhm.
and sometimes expose
it?
their breast, leaving at least one.
Yes.
breast.
Sexist.
Awesome.
So like they would literally walk around with like a titty out.
Just titty. Just one. Swinging in the cold.
From
I
what
don't
I
know why
hear,
I said
that
at
is
least
New
one,
York
but
City
there is at
every
least
day.
one.
Like there's titties bouncing all over the place in New York City right now. Like I've
Where?
seen
I
New
don't know
York
what you're
City.
getting at with that comment, but I like
no,
it.
it's just it's not. It's
But
not
where?
Times Square.
Oh,
There's all these
no.
like people that walk around with pasties on. It's not that.
That's not
Weird.
true.
It's true. See
Well,
the
it's
Not
videos.
true.
If it makes
I've
you, f-
been there. If it makes you feel any better.
I was gonna say, if it makes Aaron feel any better, I do want to tell the story about when we had Ron on the show, and he had to go to his colonoscopy appointment, and they had to like schedule like a follow-up appointment with him, and it was on the day he was coming on our show, and he looked the nurse dead in the eyes without even thinking and goes, "Oh no, I'm doing butt stuff with 2 girls later that day." And the nurse just like looked at him like, "What?" And then he just like looked at her like, "Oh, I just said that out loud, didn't I?"
That's fair.
Yeah.
But now it's called the Super Science Show.
Now it's a
Super
super
science
super serious science show.
Super serious.
Anyway, I would love to have seen them waltzing around with a
tits?
titty out. Yeah, that would have been
Yeah.
like really
Yeah.
satisfying, to be honest. I would have been like, I'm a part of that.
We love Ron.
I love boobs.
I love a nice rack on a German lady.
This is the festival that's going on, right? I
Mhm.
love
Yeah. What's
I
with the
love
birch?
I love the little the like their piles of hay. Oh, look at I love
This is
again
hot.
That.
with the
Titties.
titties out.
Frank.
Yeah, these are her, they're dressing up as like her with the mask and the horns and stuff. I love this.
Oh, Can we talk about how Wendigo this is?
Oh, I would love to. You have a Wendigo connection here?
Like, look at them. They all look like Wendigos, right? They're the big, tall, furry, kind of gangly creatures with horns. That one has tits for some reason, but like
Boobs out.
boobs out.
On their back, of all things, too. Like, look at my titties are behind
Oh,
me.
it is on the
Oh, it is
back.
Yeah.
Oh, I love a nice set
Observation.
of back titties.
Back titties.
Yes.
Back titties.
I do
Back
like
bacon.
I have those.
I've
Back
actually
bacon's what I call it.
Yeah, I think I have those.
For
I've
sure.
actually-
Tasty.
I
I've
definitely
seen
have
that in a
those.
KFC.
Wait, is that why you think he has a strap? Maybe he
Probably,
has titties on
yeah,
the back
on the
too.
back, too.
Oh
Do
my
they
god,
all
they
have
all
it?
have tits.
I don't think they're brassieres. I think they're like some sort of
Braziers. Who fucking
some sort of
says
strange
braziers?
monster hump.
No, I think they're titties. Back titties.
Braziers.
They're distracting.
The back.
If you're-
Oh, this one
What is
has
that?
big bell titties.
Oh!
I love a good set of bell tits.
Right?
How did you guys know those were bells? I didn't even know what the
It's
fuck that
Christmas.
Because it's
was.
Christmas.
What is that? But
It looks
what
like
are
bells.
those?
Because the first thing I thought of was bells. They look like bells to me, like little bells.
I like to imagine that one's like 4 children on each
at
other's
that.
shoulders, like the little
I
rascals.
think-
Oh,
Shoot
there's a
out
bunch of people in
fire.
there. Maybe.
Yeah.
Like at night.
I mean, that's a hell of a costume for one person to walk around in.
Fire tits.
You finally get in
Yeah.
that big puffy thing. They're like, all right, put the bell tits on.
I don't know if I'd want to have
Okay.
fire shooting out of me if
Do
I was
it.
made of straw.
No.
True.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Do that.
Look,
But-
this one,
Look
in
at
the,
this.
this one in the background has like a rocket pack on those. So
He
there's something
does.
going on.
Yep.
Well, no, that one just
Yep.
looks like that version of it, but blue and facing down.
Maybe he's vacuuming. Maybe it's one of those.
Right.
things with the vacuum.
Yeah, the
And
blue
look
tits
at-
in the back. Yeah.
Look at Krampus here with his horns. He's like, there are titties everywhere.
He's
I
just
don't know
living
what
his
to
best
do.
life.
He really is
Yeah.
living his best life.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
Germany is such a weird country. Why did we let them advance as far as they have?
Because I think that's their right as a people. Like,
No.
We all saw
no.
how that worked out in the 20th century.
and I know my poor ancestors.
I'll be right back.
But look, we
Great,
prevailed
you know,
them
me and
here.
Jamie here by ourselves.
Yeah, now we're just, hey,
Weird
Bibby,
as fuck.
how's your
Yeah.
life?
people don't know how to carry on.
Yeah.
Titties and the horned monsters on Christmas.
And furries. It looks honestly to me, this parade just looks like a lot of people who want to be furries, but they're afraid to do it in public.
Now,
But they
you
could
think
do it in
the-
public.
The
with this.
Krampus parade, the yiff later on that night.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, listen, I was afraid of the Bigfoot porn you guys brought up, but like if they're dressed up like this Krampus person,
You might be into it. It's very goat-like.
This is seriously
kinda-
like horrifying. Like
low-key.
if I was a German child and saw this in the streets, I'd be like, "What the fuck?"
Is it the big
happening?"
long tongue coming out of the scary face that does it for you?
Yeah,
oh god, it's all of
everything.
it. It's the horns.
Mm.
The horns are all I need, but like yeah, it's kind of fun.
Have you gotten Josh to wear the horns that you had for Halloween? Maybe you should put them on him.
No.
Jesus.
No.
I would not
These are
do that.
dangerous.
Nor would Josh. Josh is so vanilla. He'd be like, good fuck.
Wow.
He's like, you're
The more you
fucking
know.
weird.
We need
I'd be like,
Enzos, the
"Yes,
more
I
you know.
I know.
Give us the
know."
next picture, Brie. I think we've stared at that one long enough.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a nice look at
Oh, a
that.
TikTok. Oh, awesome.
This is the parade that they have at night.
not the Krampus parade.
Not
This is-
Krampus. I love this. I want to go there. Also, I'm terrified of that big, scary metal thing he's carrying around.
Ooh.
A staff?
I'm bamboozled.
Bamboozled. There's a lot of fire, a lot of pyrotechnics.
Oh shit, look at that tongue.
Look at that one. Ooh,
Yeah. Talk about.
I love this. I want to go. I want to go and I want to dress up and I want to walk down the street and scare people.
I feel like it should have said do.
Yeah.
Du hast.
Du hast. I think that was the music. We just can't play it because we'll get copywritten.
But what I want to know is how did none of these traditions come to
Merca? Because we're about
not
capitalism.
fun. Yeah, we're not fun. We care about moolah. We don't care about fun times.
Listen, don't quote me on this. Don't quote me on this because we will do a Santa Claus one. But from what I believe, it wasn't even so. People have said that it was brought over from Amsterdam because New York was originally known as New Amsterdam. But it wasn't anyone from Amsterdam. It appeared to be someone in like fucking Poland who had no religious ties to any of the older folklores of Christmas time. But they literally just took it and created their own American version to try to continue like this how do you say like solidify solidify American culture, to create American culture, so that America was its own thing at the time. It was like booming and building, and so they literally took something and created something like all on their own, so that America was known as this one thing that didn't necessarily stem from any other
a cultural identity
or anything like that.
Yeah, they're trying to start their own culture.
It weird that America is kind of made up of all the best parts of every culture that has interacted with it. Is that not kind of weird? Like, there's no.
Well, you think about the tenacity of people that came to America. They're the like, we all come from a long line of people that are like, fuck it, I'm getting the hell out of here. People with the balls to go do that.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly. So it's like, fuck all your other traditions. It's kind of like when people support other flags here in the States. Like, I totally agree being proud of your country. But when you don't also rep the American flag, then it shows like certain disrespect when obviously your ancestors came here for a reason. So like, I hope that wasn't like a woke thing to say.
That was the opposite, actually.
That was the opposite.
No,
yeah.
that was. I'm extremely surprised.
America.
Yeah, that was pretty America. All right, bring it back up, Bree.
Okay.
No,
but yeah, that's why I think.
Actually, Bree, I want to expand on that. I think you're absolutely right. There's a lot of people that come to America that will display the flags from the countries that they're from, but at the same time, they acknowledge that America, that the reason they came here to the United States is because they weren't afforded the opportunities in their previous country and they could do it here. Regardless of what everybody says, because the average person doesn't give a shit where anybody's from. Just be a normal person.
No, but it's right. There's definitely like this line of continuing your traditions and being proud of your traditions, but then also realizing that you left them, your family left them for a reason. So if you don't have like a serious tie to it, if it's not religious, I think
there's a way to conserve your cultural traditions from your ancestry and also embrace the new place.
Right. But then it's just interesting though that then. Because in American culture, I feel like we want to pick up anything we can, right? Because we don't really have anything that's super native to America, other than like what we're learning is like Christmas, like Santa Claus. So I feel like naturally we want to adapt other traditions and beliefs because like we need our own. Like, give us something, you know.
It's a melting pot.
We have no culture.
Yeah.
But
so it is interesting, though, that we didn't take those traditions on.
Think about it this way. I think about America in a sense of how we have traditions and how our culture is here is what we're taking from our ancestors and our identity, and we're doing it our own way. So that's why I think you see so much of shit sprinkled in throughout like American culture, because I think that that's the whole idea of America. Like, I'm taking what you did, but I'm gonna come here and I'm doing it my way. So I think that that's why you have so many of these like different variations of how all these different cultures celebrate any of these holidays. Even when you talk about like Halloween, Dia de los Muertos, every little group of people celebrate them so differently because they're taking from their ancestors' culture, but then doing it in a new modern way with their own ideas, and doing things like incorporating technology and things like that.
And the market will organically elevate certain things. So like everyone loves tacos, but not everyone loves menudo, right? Like
exactly.
There's like that kind of stuff rises to the top, and then it just kind of gets adopted into the general culture.
So you're saying we didn't necessarily adopt their cultures then because of what we've said last episode and the one before that, which was that Christmas in general really only has a standing ground of capitalism, of spending money, of creating this machine in which we feel compelled to buy.
I think that's
things
what
for
it's turned
people.
into.
No, that's
now.
what it's turned into.
No,
so
I mean,
what I think originally, I'll take this. What I think. Sorry, guys. What I think originally, if you look into because Christmas obviously has a Germanic, what's the word? Origination.
Origin.
The Christmas tree is Germanic.
Yeah.
Pozzoli over menudo for show.
And yes, there are a lot of stories where there are these like evil Santas or whatever, and they kind of do exist to make children. They're like the stories of if you don't clean your room, the boogeyman's gonna get you, or blah blah blah, right? But they kept that tradition alive. And they kept doing it, and they still did Old Saint Nick. And if you're a good child, if you do this X, Y, and Z, then you're gonna get presents. These are also the Germans. They are just like really fucking weird.
I wonder where you're going with this. And it's just weird.
I'm not going towards that.
Tones.
I'm not going towards that. But they're just really weird.
Germans are fair game.
A lot of their stories are extremely dark. All the Brothers Grimm stories are extremely dark.
Mm-hmm.
Like Brisel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's true. I mean all the Germanic tribes, like the Visigoths, like it's all macabre and like
it is
very.
It's very dark.
Cautionary tales of monsters, and do we say the Grimm's fairy tale? Is the Grimm brothers German?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
it's very dark, and it's all cautionary. And if you look at it from when those stories originated from, the land at the time was
the land before time.
Barbaric. It was cold, and if you weren't part of a tribe, if you weren't part of a system, and you ventured out of that, or if you were part of a system and you ventured out of that, you were going to die. There is no way that you were going to survive. Either it was too cold, or wolves, or bears, because they used to live there before all the Europeans killed off all the bears.
Or Nazis.
All those things would have
how crazy
stopped you from living.
So what you're saying is ultimately, like when we have less dependence on community or less dependence on culture, or cultural assimilates into this melting pot, there's less of a chance for traditions to be conserved or passed down because we have competition with other cultures, and on top of that,
that's true.
If you like not participating in XYZ holiday in America is not going to get you shunned from the fucking tribe or community.
So true.
Right.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Because in America, nobody cares if you celebrate Hanukkah or
Christmas or Kwanzaa.
Yeah. Like honestly, nobody cares. I know people like to pretend like people care. But you don't know what your neighbor celebrates. I don't know what my neighbor celebrates.
Half the people that celebrate Christmas aren't even really practicing Christians to begin with.
No, exactly.
Right. I think that's where like the secular and like the consumerism comes into play. So like in Eastern Christian traditions, Christmas is on the 6th of January, but they still say like still have fun and celebrate on the 25th.
Yeah.
And that's about the fun and the family and the even the presents and things like that. But then on the 6th, that's really the like traditional Christmas day where it's about Jesus and the more spiritual side of things. So,
but and that's the thing. Like, I think it's important that no matter what you believe in or what you think, that you should be able to have a good time, enjoy this time of year where everybody has decided to enjoy this month of almost every religion or ideology,
whether it be winter solstice or old pagan holidays or
whatever
Christmas,
it is,
or whatever it is, Hanukkah is in there somewhere around there. Is Hanukkah happening right now?
No, but soon.
When does Hanukkah start?
No, it's
next week.
15th. Actually, it's going to run. I want to say the 15th to the 26th. I know the 26th is going to be the last day of Hanukkah.
No, the first day of Hanukkah is the 19th.
Okay,
I went
so
to
the
a friend's
19th
house.
to the 26th.
Yeah,
I went to a friend's Hanukkah thing one night a few years ago, and like the food is so fucking good.
I'm trying to plan our party already. My parents have been throwing a consecutive party every single year.
But
we should to make latkes.
Yeah.
I want to make some latkes this year.
We should all be willing to accept what everybody else celebrates and enjoys.
Yeah.
I love any reason to celebrate.
Yeah, me too.
I party my ass off on Cinco de Mayo. I am not remotely Mexican.
I love Cinco
de Mayo. I mean, if we want to get into Cinco de Mayo, the only people who celebrate Cinco de Mayo in that way are Americans, because it's not actually Mexican's Independence Day.
I celebrate Mexican Independence Day, which just passed. No, I'm just saying, like, I say why not? Like, why not? I mean, you can respect other people's cultures and embrace other people's cultures and help conserve it, but you can also, why not adopt it, you know, if you want to as long as you're respectful about it, to you know, I don't know, it's just maybe it's American mentality, but like I will fuck up a Cinco de Mayo, even though, like you said, that's a bad example because it's like the American version of Anyway, this has been the 4th of July episode of
yeah, right. All right, go.
The
all
4th
right,
of July Christmas episode.
Address Angel Wings. Hey girl, I want to address his comment.
Spooky.
I spelled this wrong, but I said that religion seems to be separate from religion. Oh, that didn't make sense. I meant to say spirituality. Spirituality seems to be separate from religion. So this, I think, stems back to like her first comment that I showed for you guys, which was that so like culture is the new word for where is it?
Survival.
Mm-hmm. And I want to get your guys' thoughts on that, and then also just
I think there's definitely a relationship there. Like if you're in a tribe of 150 people and you don't participate in the group, eventually, especially if you become a burden or a pain in the ass and don't embrace the culture, I mean, that's just classic evolutionary psychology. You're gonna be ousted from the
back
the tribe.
In the day, though, right? Like
but I mean, we still have those instincts in our brains today. You look at a high school, right, and how all the cliques form.
Saying.
Yeah,
it's
so
get along, or you're not a That's interesting.
Like we don't shun people to the forest or tell them to go figure their shit out on their own or whatever.
But we will push them to limits where they will commit suicide for not feeling like they're a part of the group.
Or we ban them on Facebook, and we ban them on Twitter, and we ban them on every social media because we don't like their words that they are saying, and we don't want to interact with them because if our friends see us interacting with somebody who says wrong speak,
if it jeopardizes the culture or the consensus of the culture, people will react to that.
But that's like a really hard line to walk, though, Tony. If you think about it, like
It is, but it isn't. No, it isn't.
But it is, because what if I
Twitter-
love someone
no.
personally and then I realize that, whoops, they're like low-key racist?
Yeah, so that's like a lot of like famous people are dealing with that problem. Like whatever Sweeney her name is has this really conservative family who she ended up posting pictures of like her mom's birthday, and it was like her family in these really conservative shirts and things, and people like attacked her and they were like, how can you hang out with this racist bunch of like horrible people who are
it's
like
ridiculous,
awful? And she's like, this is my literal family, and I was just trying to share pictures of like a celebration, and y'all have turned it into this like crazy thing talking about like, how dare you post pictures of racists. This is my family. Like, what am I supposed to do?
everyone needs to calm
'cause
down.
What? Were they
Yes.
were they being too conservative with their bodies?
Well,
Yeah, the whole argument made zero sense why people were fucking outraged about it.
But yeah, but I'm just
A
thinking
lot of those are bots too.
hard.
Yeah,
I know, that's
a lot
what I'm
of them are
saying. Like,
bots.
why is she being canceled for that
Look
shit?
at all
That's
the
so
turmoil and nonsense and insanity on both the right and the left that goes on Twitter, and then go walk outside and interact with people. It's not fucking happening out
stupid. Yeah,
there.
it's
It's not the
happening
same.
outside.
It's
yeah.
not
Not
happening.
the
Like,
same.
it's not real. Okay, everybody
No.
just calm down. Everyone
Yeah.
just calm down.
And
Twitter's not real.
Hard though, like
I've said this on Twitter. Hold on,
I'm
Bree.
pretty lenient, but
I
I
know you
feel
are.
like I'm very lenient of a person, and it's hard because like I could be cool with something, and then someone was like, "But they're this and this and this, and they've done this and they've done that," and it's like I have a hard time with balancing that line of like who people are and letting them be them, but not like indulging in their beliefs.
Right.
But then also, if I follow them or I'm friends with them or I subscribe to them, whatever, that then I'm all of a sudden a part of those beliefs everyone dislikes with.
That's
And
fucking ridiculous.
That's really hard. And
Yeah.
I think a lot of people actually probably have this problem as well. If you're like in a podcast, YouTube.
Okay,
thing,
let's just
of course,
for example,
anybody.
like Stephen Greer. Like, that's a great example of like Stephen Greer. Like, he had some
Yeah.
good shit out there. We've talked about him
Hiya.
before. He's also, people think he's a horrible crazy person and does these awful things, but then like you're patronized if you talk about him. Like, if you talk about
That's
him, then
probably
it's
said.
like people are coming out after you. Like, why are you talking about his bullshit?
Yeah, and it's like
and-
sad because Greer isn't even. Greer hasn't done anything besides grift.
Yeah.
Make a
Oh.
lot
Not
of
his
money.
career changed.
Make
but
a
other
lot of
than-
money. But
Right, but like, why do we? Okay, that's my thing. Is
Why do
like,
we care?
why hold someone back?
Well,
Let
yeah,
them make
why do
their
we care?
fucking bag. Like, I'm
Should
not
he
gonna get in the
pay
way of
his
your
fair
bag.
share
Get
of
your fucking
taxes?
bag.
Yeah, just
I
be
don't give a
smart
fuck.
enough to pick out the people you think are hucksters and the people you
No,
think are
but
legit.
that's the issue though. Is like, how do we stand by people that we agree with what they're saying, what they're bringing? We know that they're doing great work for the overall community, but yet because they have a high number and they're asking for compensation, which sometimes is out of the parks, then we draw that line where they're not okay anymore.
Who gives
And
a
then
shit
if
if people are
you
making
like
money?
them, then you're also like,
yeah, but that's
then
why.
you also want to be the grift. And I think that's just a really difficult place to be in.
No, but that is why this channel that we have here, the shows that we have, and the conversations that we have, where we are able to talk from a
not at all.
multifaceted background, and we are all five of us, even Corey, even though she's not here right now, we all have
Kari or
Kari?
Corey?
Kari.
Corey's
Don't-
here too, though. He threw up
They're
a goat.
both here.
Don't you start. The backgrounds that all five of us have are extremely different. And we all have different views and different ideologies. But we can sit here every single week and have conversations where we don't fucking get at each other's throats. And we
Yeah.
don't flip out on each other.
No.
But why is it that the rest of the internet
Right.
cannot have a decent conversation?
No, you're
Even-
right. Absolutely.
Why, Bibby? Why?
Because it's
Why,
all
baby?
fake. It's not real.
It is real though.
But this is
It
real.
is. No,
Yeah,
this,
this
is
is real.
real.
This
But
is
like,
real.
but I think what Tony's saying is like, obviously, we set such a great example.
Exactly.
But like, we do.
No,
we do
I mean,
actually.
we set a sort
The-
of
but the
we're
context-
a sort of
extremely
example
perverted.
of
The
the
context-
super different, but why can't we all just be super different and coexist
Get
even
along.
in an internet world? Like,
The context of Twitter is more about dopamine hits from your likes and retweets.
Oh
and
yeah,
all that.
the attention that people
will
get
just
from it. Yeah.
people will just
how come I'm not getting any dopamine? That's just like not.
you are.
Yeah, I
You-
don't get
you
dopamine
are.
from
You
it.
definitely
yeah.
are.
No, I don't, because I don't post and I don't get feedback, so I don't.
Oh, I was just gonna say we have almost 400 comments on
No.
there.
But I feel bad, Mrs. Angel Wings. We weren't analyzing.
No, not at all. You brought up a good point.
Yeah, no, we take comments and when we bring up a point and we have
Yeah.
conversations about it. That's the whole point.
So
It was a good conversation to have. It's not one that we will ever solve. I think this is an ongoing issue. With me, with my team, with the rest
with all
of my
of us.
team, which is just Kari.
Yeah.
I was
Kari
like,
and
the
I
rest of
always
us just
have
Kari.
opposing views when it comes to people, and I think it's because it's just hard. It's just hard to find that line of where you stand, and unfortunately, if you like certain people but they have a certain point of view, you're kind of thrown into that pot of like,
Yeah.
so you subscribe to that behavior? No. Let me be me.
Go ahead, Bobby.
Dangerous
It is dangerous.
to dismiss people just because of XYZ. Completely dismiss them. I mean, I'm not going to stop. Think about it this way. Think about all the celebrities with shady shit that they're into, or all the artists or whatever. Are we just going to fucking like completely dismiss all that shit that they've created because they're flawed human beings that engage in something you don't agree with? Like, I'm not going to stop watching Woody Allen just because of his shitty past.
Yeah.
Like, if anything, most artists are shady characters. Like, you're just gonna like stop engaging in that completely because of your like principles.
It's a great point because me and Bree really, really love R. Kelly's remix to Ignition, and we're not allowed to listen to it anywhere we go.
Really,
and it's because
awesome.
And it's because he, is a convicted, like rapist and shit now, and it's upsetting because it's a really good song. Yeah. And just because he's a horrible person, why can't I listen to this thing he created?
And now I look like the asshole for trying to get someone to play his song. Then the DJ has to be like, turn around and be like, he's canceled. And I have to be like,
Bree literally tried to pay the DJ to play it inside of STK, which is a fancy restaurant / nightclub / steakhouse.
That's going to snowball into a point where we cannot have conversations. We cannot consider what other people we disagree with are saying just because of something XYZ that you really disagree with, or like there's like so many awful people that engage in so many awful things or say awful things. Still, No, I sound like Kanye and Alex Jones. I'm just saying, like, you know what I mean? Like,
no, you sound like Alex Jones, not Kanye.
All right, I gotta go. I gotta wrap this up.
If they had like a Nazi background, yeah, I agree. But I feel like nothing lines up to the Nazism. Like if you weren't in the SS and you didn't do all these things, most likely it's very low grade.
Bringing it back to the Germans, are we gonna fact or sci-fi this?
We're not done yet. But hold on, really quick.
We have a few more slides. Bring it back, please.
Can we just say, Keith?
Let's bring it back.
I
think maybe
YouTube took down our adrenochrome
for bullying and harassment. I didn't even fight it. I just deleted the video. I was like, we're not even gonna go down this road.
For a podcast that we had done years ago, and then just not even reloaded it to.
It's only YouTube. Audio.
Is it back?
No, they took it down.
They took it down.
Yeah, they
and it's old one.
We got a warning from it. All right, bring it back up, Bree.
Is my like QAnon 101 episode still up?
Yes.
Surprise.
But us yelling about Hillary Clinton eating babies was taken down.
Yep, that sounds about right.
So this is just my own little thing that I added in. The Snow Queen by Hans Christian Andersen in 1845 was inspired by Norse mythology.
Wow, Drake.
I know. It's like in the ancient European myth of the Wild Hunt, which we have just been going over.
Mm-hmm.
And that happens to be...
Let it go!
That happens to be the basis and inspiration of Frozen. So it's kind of weird to think about.
Brie, do you want to build
Yeah.
a snowman?
Do you want
wanna
to build a
Snowman. Okay, thank you. Go ahead.
Go and play. So I just wanted to add this because I think it was so funny because when I was looking into this and I saw the first part of Frau, like the representation reminded me of the Ice Queen. This is Frozen. This is everything like beautiful, wondrous, and like it's the snow. And so then that's when I started to like try to go down that rabbit hole, and sure enough, there is definitely that connection. And I just think that's so interesting. When you guys think of Frozen, you guys can now think of Frau Perchta.
The hot
Perchta?
one.
I
Perchta?
don't know, you
hot
put an
one.
N in there. Yeah, the hot
What's her
version
name?
of her.
Oh,
Perchta.
yeah.
Perchta. You guys can now think of Frau Perchta because this is like stemming at the very fucking roots. How
Look at them
wild.
eyes. Ugh.
Think about it. God damn.
Them blue eyes.
Creepy.
Those are white eyes.
Whatever. Not those. The one before.
Oh. Those blue eyes.
Thems. I'm Italian. I really shouldn't like German women.
No, I don't see why you would. I think it's funny because like anytime people have blue eyes, they're like, "Oh, your eyes are so beautiful." But then like if you
They're
have
so
brown
beautiful,
eyes,
but
they're not
so
saying
mean.
that.
My
Yeah.
dad used to say to me, if you have brown eyes, you're full of shit up to here.
Up to here.
Yeah, full of shit up to here.
You know who the most beautiful women in the world are?
Your wife?
Oh, what?
Yes, but
Latinas.
I was going to say Latinas.
Brazil,
Tony's
yeah.
weakness.
No, Latinas seem to be like just beautiful women. I think
green-eyed Irish women.
my mother.
Very specific. That's Bree's
No,
mom.
I've never run in. Really?
You've
'Cause
never
I've
met my
run
mom?
into-
Bree's mom is fucking hot.
No, I've
though.
obviously never met your mom.
Bree's
Why
mom is hot.
would I know your mom?
She's hot.
But
Little
I've
sister,
never
hot
run
too.
into
Have you
that.
seen Bree? Hot. She's a hot family. Hot runs in the family. You see your grandma too. Her grandma's pretty hot.
I'm gonna get shot.
My grandma's pretty dope.
She is.
Yeah, but yeah, that's my mom, green-eyed, and I'm like, how come my grandma has eyes
100%.
lighter blue
Let me
than
see a
the
pic.
fucking sun?
Got a full body
and
shot?
then
My grandma has eyes. I think
my
one.
mom's
What
eyes
is
are
it?
super green, and I'm just like, hi, I'm Hazel in the right light.
I have hazel eyes. What is it? 1%?
right light.
1% of the population has green eyes. It's like super, super more rare than blue eyes.
Feet pics.
I'm gonna go one sci-fi on this one.
Are you? You're gonna
Yeah.
you're gonna start it off.
I think it's
Solid
a fun,
no.
I think it's a fun folklore of
Top left.
an assimilation of different
Like
different
Are you shitting my dick right now?
mythologies.
I'm gonna
Are you
get
shitting
kicked
my
in
dick right now, or
balls.
it's like
Go ahead.
It's not fucking real.
who muted me?
I did. Bree, what do you think? What are you giving it?
I'll go last.
Okay, all right. I'm going to give this one a middle bitch. And my reason for it is because I like how deep the lore of this character goes. And I think that we have what happens commonly with these cryptid creatures is like you have this original idea of it and it's morphed into this modern day version of it. So I think that the modern day version of it that we think of now is a sci-fi, but I think that there's some factual basis here that there was definitely something creepy going on in that area. So I'm middle bitching it. Tony?
I'm
Respect.
gonna sci-fi this because there are not women that have green eyes, and my wife is the most beautiful woman in the world.
There you go. That's right.
However,
Comma. This witchy Krampus woman isn't real.
Okay.
okay, well, I'm going to go with Jamie. I think that there's a lot of lore to this, and there's even more than we put in here, which is like
Yeah.
wild. But like we couldn't have gone down all of the rabbit holes. But it is predominant in most of those regions. as being so many things. It has to come from someone.
Mm-hmm.
Something. Maybe it's just a wind in the air. You're like, she's blonde and she has blue eyes and she brings gifts. You know, sometimes just a vibe.
Right.
I'm gonna say that.
Does anyone have anything going on this week? I know we have the Golden Probe nominations tomorrow at 2 p.m. So show up for that.
Guys. Oh my god.
I might be slightly late for that.
Show up, pop in whenever you want.
All right.
I didn't
No,
get
you
an
have to take
invite
the day off
that.
work.
It's because you weren't in Discord, we asked.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we did. Bibby, do you have anything coming out?
R.I.P. Kirstie Alley. We actually got the news about that
While you're
last
recording?
night when we were recording our Village of the Damned episode, the John Carpenter Village of the Damned from the 90s that stars Kirstie Alley, which hopefully I'm going to try to get out by tomorrow. I have a little more tweaking of the audio to do. What's funny?
Good timing.
And that
Pop in whatever you want. It's a critical host.
it's the Not For Everyone podcast where I talk about movies and popular culture.
And the link for that's in the description.
Do you have
Sick.
a movie recommendation for today?
Yeah, do
Oh
you?
shit! I knew you were gonna ask me that.
If you knew,
I'll play
then
the
maybe-
video, and you can think why I play the video.
All right, let me give you guys a basic bitch Christmas movie, Christmas favorite of mine that's still kind of supernatural. Go watch Scrooged with Bill Murray. I like Bill Murray.
Oh,
good
okay.
movie.
I heard
Frank
Bill
Oz
Murray's
does all the
an
puppetry,
asshole.
and it's a modern take, or modern by modern I mean like the 1980s, late 80s take on Dickens's classic Christmas story. It's a lot of good spooky fun, and a lot of hilarity ensues. So if you've not seen Scrooged, go watch it. I watch it every year around this time.
That's a
When I
vibe.
was a kid, I used to
Piggyback
rent
off
it when
that
it wasn't Christmas time.
What is
That's
it?
how good it is.
I watched Mrs. Krampus on Tubi, and that is all about Perchta,
Ooh.
our cryptid of the day. And that was very interesting to see because they didn't necessarily follow the lore as expected.
Right.
It was a story off of someone that was killed as being a witch for taking children that was not rightfully her. So they killed her, of course.
Ooh, of course.
Most of those stories go, then they come back for revenge against the people. And it was not my cup of tea, but it was funny. I feel like Bobby would have been able to hang in there more than I am because he likes,
Beast
Bad
horrors.
movies.
Yeah.
I feel like
filmology.
Tubi's hitting a lot of home runs lately. Everyone's recommending things on
Yeah.
Tubi lately, and I'm like,
I mean,
don't
there's
know what that is.
Okay, there was Mrs. Krampus, there's Mrs. Claus, I haven't watched, but then there's like Krampus 1 through like
17.
90.
Yeah.
There's lots of those kind of movies which I like to watch. I've watched a bunch of them now, like Elf, and it's like
Those
demonic
those
elves.
were the shitty horror movies at Blockbuster.
Oh, for
just
sure.
Right.
Jack
like the
Frost.
whole
No,
row, and you're like, no
independent,
one's
not
renting
shitty.
this.
Yeah, sure.
Mother Krampus apparently is Frau Perchta. That's what the whole movie
Yeah,
is
that's what the
about.
whole-
It's about
yeah.
Frau.
That's why her
Yeah.
little army looks like Krampus's.
But it was
Now-
interesting because she went after more adults than children, it seemed. And in one of the scenes when she guts their stomach like she's supposed to do, she takes the Christmas lights and like shoves the Christmas lights in the stomach and then hangs the person like a tree.
I love
That's
that.
like-
amazing.
The tree
Cool.
is hanging with their stomach open and just all the Christmas lights is fucked up. And then she like got people in the jugular with a candy cane, and then she would use like the what's that frilly
Garland.
shit? Garland, like to
Yeah.
wrap them up and like have their hands on their back, and like it was like, damn, this girl is resourceful.
Resourceful.
So I liked it.
Excellent.
I liked it.
All right, you guys.
So
well,
can I say,
oh yeah, go for it.
Wrap
For
it up,
those of
Tony.
you-
All the things.
All the things. For
for those of you that are still here that are watching,
please, if you like the show, if you enjoy our content, make sure you leave a comment. It's very important, even if you just leave a comment like, I like the show, whatever.
Or,
just
hey, guys.
Leave a comment. Yeah.
Do it for Boo.
It's great that you interact with us with the live chat, but YouTube really cares if you leave a comment. So like and leave a comment. It'll help us expand our channel and just
get more eyes on it.
Yeah.
Yes, we put a whole lot of heart and soul and research into this channel, and it would mean the world to us if everybody in the chat right now could take 1 second out of their day to leave a comment in the video comment section, not just here, but in the actual video comment section. If you guys could continue that forever till you die, that would be amazing.
Be great,
but if not, just today, that'd be fabulous as well. If there's anything that we should be doing that you guys would like, please leave a comment as well. Let us know. We appreciate everyone that's been here through the chat this entire termination of the video. I've had a lot of fun, and I hope that you guys have as well.
We'll see you guys next week. Bye. Love you all.